That girl.
We call this story monogamish. In marriage vows, you said till death do us part. But as those years drag on, maybe you're wishing you had an alternative. As News Channel 5's Michael Baldwin found, some couples are finding a new trend in relationships. The question being asked, is it cheating if you have permission?
When you walk down the aisle, you're expecting it will be for the two of you forever. But what if down the road your partner wants to change the rules?
I know sometimes you always do get an urge for somebody else.
The twists and turns it takes to keep a relationship hot and fresh are nothing new to LaDawn Black. In the late night hours, the radio host lets racy topics fly.
It is the Love Zone on 92Q, and tonight the question is this: are you monogamish? You know, are you open to an open relationship?
Newt Gingrich's ex-wife made his supposed private request for an open marriage a public headline. But Black, a relationship expert, host, and author, says more and more couples are considering it. They're even using a decidedly modern term, monogamish.
It's not swinging. It's not swinging because basically you come together as a couple and you establish rules.
Rules you never thought you'd negotiate when you said, I do. But Black says as couples try to make marriage work, the idea of letting your mate make a move with someone else may be an option.
People are open to it because they feel like instead of chasing and investigating and being curious, why not have everything on the table?
I think traditional marriage is really a buzzword more than a reality now.
Sociology professor Dr. Philip Cohen says people are creating their own definitions of what makes a successful union. They marry later, have kids without ever marrying at all, even marry several times, looking for the perfect partner.
Traditional marriage is still very much an ideal that many people, I would say even most people, still hold. What they find is it's often not practical or doesn't work,
which may lead some down the path of being monogamish, hoping to save the marriage.
Man, I think I think you gotta be careful. I think you gotta really careful.
But psych professor Dr. Ryan Curtis says for the 2 to 4% of couples who consider it, adding a partner may not solve your problems. It may make them worse.
I'm not convinced that it leads to greater satisfaction in the relationship. Things like commitment issues and jealousy issues, and I don't think you get rid of those necessarily in a monogamish relationship.
What do you think about open marriages?
Open marriages, I think that's better.
But under the cover of radio anonymity, some are willing to stand behind the idea, even support it. Getting their spouse to sign on, well, that's a different story.
Jeff, do you think your wife would accept something like this if you bought it to her?
No.
Michael Baldwin, News Channel 5.